Yep, yep, yep. You already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review, man. Hey, yo, I'm just happy to be back, man. You know what I mean? It's been a good, long off season. A lot has happened. A lot has transpired with the Wizards over the summer. Trades, new teammates. You know what I mean? So I was looking forward to this opening night, man, and to get a great win on the road. It was great. There's a lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna get right into it, man. So you know how I do, man. Um, since we won the game, I'm gonna start with the things that I didn't like. You know what I mean? Because there was a few things I didn't like tonight. You know what I mean? So let's just get right into it. Off jump, you know what I mean? I did not like that Denny got hurt. I thought it was more serious than it ended up being. So that's a positive. So that let's just get out the way. You know what I mean? Denny's going to be a big part of what we're going to have going on this year. So to see him get hurt after having a solid game was kind of tough, but you know what I'm saying, it was just a light sprain, so he's going to be all right, man. So anyway, what else I didn't like? Halliburton for the Pacers had a nice hot start tonight. So I definitely didn't like that, but fortunately, he wasn't I mean, he was a factor, you know, at times at the game, but he wasn't enough to get us. You know what I mean? He wasn't a big issue in regards to us losing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. You know what I mean? He wasn't nothing to really worry about overall, but just to see him get hot starting the game, you know, he kind of had us a little worried initially, but as time went on, it was clear who the better team was. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. Um, Rui had a slow start off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He had two turnovers in the second quarter, early in the second quarter. And, you know, he was just looking a little off early in the game. But as the game went on, he definitely got better, and he was definitely much more effective. So I definitely like seeing that. Um, we missed a few more free throws than I would like. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we definitely got to work on that. We were playing a team that was not as good as us tonight. So the free throws didn't kill us, man. You know what I mean? And for the most part, most of the game, we had a double-digit lead most of the game. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. It got dicey towards the end, and I'm going to talk about that just a little later. But yeah. So the free throws, I'm not going to say they were a big issue. Let me see what our box score was from the free throw line. Um, 19 for 24. I mean, we only missed 5 free throws, but that's 79%, 80%. I mean, we could have been better, but you know what I'm saying? But it felt like it was more misses than there really were. So, you know, I don't want to harp too much on that, but we definitely don't want to miss free throws when we're playing better competition. We had a few defensive breakdowns in the second quarter. We were up double digits, like I said, throughout the game, but we let them get back in the game in the second quarter. But we showed resolve, and we got back to double-digit leads throughout the game. But at the end of the game, man, I'm just going to talk about the end of the game right now. We have to do better at closing out games. That was definitely an issue last season. And to see it rear its ugly head towards the last minute of the game, you know what I'm saying? I felt we had the game on lock throughout the game. I didn't really feel like the Pacers were going to beat us. It was clear that we just got better players overall than they do when it comes to our starters, when it comes to our bench. But at the end of the game, I guess we just got lazy and just felt that we won the game. But until there's triple zeros on the clock, you can't slack. And I felt the Wizards slacked in the last minute of the game. It's caused a slight scare. But fortunately, we got the game. We won the game. So that's a good thing. But I definitely didn't like how we closed the game out. There were times throughout the game, specifically in the second quarter, where the flow of the offense, we started to lose flow. We weren't as sharp, as efficient. You know what I mean? But we rebounded, and as the game went on, we got back on a roll on offense. But there were stretches in the game where we were a little disjointed on offense. So I definitely didn't like that. I don't want to make a big deal of this because this was his first game with the team. You know what I mean? I started point guard, Monte Morris. But overall, he didn't look good. Like, he looked okay, but he didn't look very good tonight. Let me see his stat line. He has 7 points, but he was a plus 17 on the floor. You know what I mean? So he did do some good things. Good rebounding, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, but 7 points. But he wasn't, he got the offense moving. He allowed Beal to play off the ball, so I definitely did like that. But he didn't play his best game tonight, but he wasn't the reason why we didn't play as well as we could towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that he didn't look as sharp as I would like. But I think as the season goes on, he's only going to get better and get more comfortable in his role as the starting point guard. I do like him as the point guard, and I like the fact that he got some rebounds, got some assists to offset his off night from the field. You know what I mean? So overall, he could have played better, but again, we got to remember this is his first game with the team, and there's going to be some growing pains. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to harp too much on that. The Pacers rookie, how do you say it? Mathurin? I think that's how you say his name. He was causing problems throughout the game. He showed some potential, but again, as the game went on, he became a non-factor. He wasn't hitting the threes. He didn't hit the three-point shots towards the end of the game when they needed it, so that's definitely a good thing. The Pacers, they went on a 12-2 run towards the end of the fourth, which, like I was saying, was part of the reason why we didn't close the game out well. You know what I mean? We were up double digits throughout the game. We should have won this game by at least 15, 20 points. But I didn't like the fact that the Pacers still had life in them in the fourth. We were supposed to stomp them out, get them up out of here. They're an inferior team, and we let them feel like they had a chance to win the game. So I definitely didn't like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so those are really the things I didn't like about tonight's game. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing, like I said, was just the way we closed the game out. That was not, a great way to start the season when we were playing so well throughout the game. But we got the win, so we're just going to have to get better, and hopefully as the season goes on, they learn to close the games out better. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the stuff that I did like tonight, because there was a lot to like tonight. There was a lot to like. First of all, I love the way we started the game. We had a fast start. The offense was looking crisp early. We were getting KP involved. He had some good shots in the paint tonight. He was effective tonight. He had a double-double. And just his size alone, you know what I'm saying, was definitely a factor for the Pacers. We got in the way of a lot of their shots close to the paint, and just his presence was felt. You know what I mean? I loved what I saw from Bradley Beal tonight, man. Bradley Beal, what I liked tonight was he had a good, 23, 5+ assists, 5+ rebounds. A typical Bradley Beal game, but the difference this time, he had 6 assists, my fault, 5 rebounds, but the difference to me in this game compared to seasons past was, first of all, he was able to. It felt like he got rest. He didn't have to. The team didn't have to depend on him like they did in the past in regards to scoring, and I bet that's a big load off of his back to see that we have a nice deep team. A lot of our bench have been starters in the league. They started for us, they started for other teams, or they were key contributors for other teams. So just to see our bench be able to come in and not skip a beat definitely relieves pressure, not only from Beal, but as well for Porzingis and for Kuzma. So I definitely like what I saw from Beal, that he didn't have to expend too much energy tonight in order to be effective, and he looked sharp. His handle looked good. His shot looked good. He just looked overall good, and he was active on both ends of the floor. So I definitely like seeing that from him. He was scoring with ease, man. 13 points, 60% shooting to end the first half. And he played well off the ball, which is another thing. He didn't have the ball in his hands as much as he did in previous seasons. And that's because, like I said, Morris didn't play as well as he going to play as the season goes on, but he still got 6 assists. Kyle Kuzma played an all-around game today. You know what I'm saying? Handling the ball, bringing it up the court, assisting, rebounding, scoring. I love what I saw from Kuzma, and again, it allowed Beal to just play off the ball, so he didn't have to spend as much energy being the primary ball handler, which is going to serve him well as the season goes on, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt as as the season goes on. You know what I'm saying? Just him being able to rest, not have to carry the load, and having much better bench than we have had in the past is all going to be positives for Bradley Beal this year. So I definitely like seeing that. Our offense overall throughout the game looked very efficient, man. You know what I'm saying? Moving the ball around, getting wide open shots, a little bit, everybody contributing tonight, man. I liked what I saw from the offense most of the game tonight. You know what I'm saying? And they're only going to get better. This was the first game, a lot of new pieces, and for us to get the win on the road is definitely a step in the right direction. So I definitely like what I saw. I already mentioned Kuzma with his he had a hot start early. He had a double-double tonight. Again, great all-around game, great rebounding tonight, man. He just carried over what he did last season and carried into this game. And I'm hoping that he continues playing the way that he's been playing. Definitely like what I saw from him tonight. Our defense was very active. We had great defense throughout the game. We had double-digit lead throughout the game. We let them get back in the game, and then we would blow the game open again. Let them get back, blow the game open again. So overall, I felt our defensive effort was great. It looked good. I just like what I saw tonight. I just like the team, man. I really like what I saw tonight, man. I already mentioned our bench. Looked very, very efficient tonight, man. Very effective. Didn't skip a beat when they got in the game. And just to see the depth of our team, we're a sleeper team. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't giving us a lot of hope. I'm not saying we're a championship level team yet. And I don't want to speak too soon because I did that last season. We had a great start last season, and then we all know what happened as the season went on. So I want to temper my expectations, but just based on the personnel, players that Coach Unseld is familiar with, I just feel like this team is going to be much better than it was last season. And then on top of that, Kispert hurt, Denny got hurt tonight. A lot of our bench players didn't play tonight. You know what I mean? The rookie Davis didn't play tonight. Todd didn't play. There was a lot of players that didn't play tonight. Taj Gibson didn't play. And we still got our team still looked deep with all the players that we had that actually played tonight. So imagine having Kispert get some more productivity from some of the players that didn't play tonight. Johnny Davis is going to get better as he practices more with the team and get more comfortable with the NBA game. He may be a contributor later in the season. He may not be, you know what I'm saying? But just to know that we have players developing, we have people that didn't play that can be key contributors like Taj Gibson. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, 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 it's very promising what I'm seeing from this team today. So I definitely like that. I like Will Barton, man. His game is so smooth. You know what I mean? He had a real smooth game tonight. Easy 17, very efficient from the floor. Looked very comfortable out there. Now I can see why Wes wanted him with us and was willing to make that trade with the Nuggets for KCP. You know what I'm saying? Will Barton off the bench, leading the second unit. He looked very good on both ends of the floor, so I definitely like what I saw from him. I like the fact that we were over 50% shooting in the first quarter. What did we end the game with? We ended the game 46% shooting from the floor. You know what I mean? So, that's a decent percentage from the floor. So I definitely like that. Gafford came off the bench. And I just love the fact that we have Gafford backing up Porzingis. They both have different skill sets, but they're both effective. And they both can give problems to any team that we play this season, man. So to have Gafford coming off the bench and play the way that he did tonight, backing up Porzingis, and he started for us before. So I just love what we have going on. I love the depth of our team. And I just know that they're going to continue to gel, continue to get better. And it's just going to, it's going to show as the season goes on. We are going to creep up on a lot of teams, I believe, as the season goes on. So I love what I saw from Gafford. Wright was effective off the bench. Great defense tonight. Scored a few points, but he was great on the defensive end. And for us to have a player, DeLon Wright, coming off the bench that has experience, has playoff experience, and plays very effective defense. Definitely our second unit, maybe not as strong as the first unit, but definitely an upgrade from last season, man. So to be able to have a team, to have players come off the bench that have a defensive mindset is definitely going to be a plus for us. So I definitely like that. Our rebounding was great tonight. The team as a whole rebounded well. Our guards, 5+ rebounds. How many rebounds? We got, in total, we had 52 rebounds to their 42 rebounds. You know what I mean? Monte Morris, 6 rebounds. Bradley Beal, 5 rebounds. Gafford, 7 rebounds. DeLon Wright, 3 rebounds. So our guards rebounded. Our forwards rebounded. Our centers rebounded. Porzingis with the double-double with 10 rebounds. Blocking shots. I mean, again, if our team can have great rebounding like we had tonight consistently throughout the season, that's going to bode well for us, man. So I definitely like that, man. I like Rui getting hot in the second half of the game after a slow start. He started to find his groove. And to have Rui coming off the bench, and he's only going to get better and more confident. I'm telling you, our benches are going to be one of the better benches in the league, I believe, just based on the personnel that we have. We have a lot of players that have started in the league that's coming off the bench. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy about that. And for the most part, we started to take control in the fourth quarter until we let them get back in the game towards the end of the game. But I liked how we played for the first maybe 9-10 minutes of the fourth quarter to try to look like we were going to close the game out strong. Unfortunately, we didn't, but we got the win. And I love what the options Unseld has in regards to his mixing and matching. He showed very good awareness at times last season in regards to his substitution patterns. And I just believe that this season, with some of the players that he wanted, a better personnel, he's going to even have more options to mess with in regards to, the rotation. So, I think our closing lineup is going to change from game to game. I don't think we're going to have a solid 5. Beal's going to be in the closing lineup. You know what I'm saying? But just depending on the flow of the game, I feel that he's going to have a lot of options and who he chooses to close games out with, which is definitely a plus. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, that's everything I liked. All in all, man, a great start to the season. There was a few things that they're going to have to work on, especially closing out the game. But the rebounding, the efficient offense, the effort on defense, the depth of the team, the combinations that we could throw on the floor at any given time. We have a much deeper, a better team, more quality players, more veteran presence, players that have had playoff experience. So I'm not even going to base off tonight because, again, the Pacers to me are not as good as the Wizards. They're going to be a bottom of the East team this year. So on Friday when we play the Bulls, that's going to be a more formidable opponent, and we're going to definitely see if we're, how much better we are this season compared to last season. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game, man. So anyway, man, if you enjoyed the content, man, I really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. You can subscribe on YouTube at The Wizards Review. Also follow me on Twitter at King Ade DMV, Facebook King Ade DMV, Instagram King Ade DMV, as well as on NBA 2K23 on the Xbox Series S and X, King Ade DMV. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, until next time, man, another win. Looking forward to another win on Friday. Hope y'all make it. Hope you tune in next time, all right? Have a good night. Until next time, man. Take care. Peace.